Galore, and I'm back with another video. So this video is going to be a little bit different like my last video. This is going to be about how I became a registered pharmacy technician in the state of Florida. Yes, that is what I do. Other people look at me and they're like, oh my god, all the tattoos and piercings, what do you do? Yes, I am a registered pharmacy technician in the state of Florida. So this is going to be how I got there, what happened, and what brought me to that career field, and also what I'm doing to better myself in that career field. So go ahead and keep on watching. So I've been a pharmacy technician since 2016. I went ahead and took my test at Walgreens Mail Service, and that's located where I am at in the state of Florida. I won't like put details on it just in case. I don't want to get in trouble or nothing like that. So what happened is my cousin, she ended up writing me and she was like, oh hey, listen, my job is hiring. It's a call center. What they'll go ahead and do is, you know, after your 6 months of being with the company and you're on a good track, they'll go ahead and they'll pay for you to take your test to become a registered pharmacy technician. And what they do is they pay for it 3 times only to pass your registration. And after that, if you don't pass, I don't remember if you got fired or not. I passed after my second try. So I was this close. So what I went ahead and did, I went ahead and I applied for the local Walgreens, and went in. You have to do like a type test and some tests to go ahead and see if you can type fast. It is a call center and it is mail service. So what I dealt was with patients' medications. I will call them and say, hey, listen, your Bactrim is ready. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and can I send it out to ABCD 123 address Boulevard or whatever it is, and they'll confirm it, and then I'll put the order in to go ahead and ship it out. That's all that I did. And I also did e-com. So e-commerce is basically, I helped with the online siting. So let's say you try to log into your Walgreens.com website and it was not letting you in, you will go ahead and give me a call and I will walk you through the steps to go ahead and resolve the issue that you're having with Walgreens.com. That part I did not like. Our phones never stopped ringing. That's one thing I did not like about the job. My phones never stopped ringing. Not with the mail service side, with the e-com side. We never had time off, PTO, VTO, and we had to be there every day, long hours. And at the time, Walgreens was mandatory, like, overtime. And I worked about 12 hours a day. Mandatory overtime. Like, there's no question. If you did not do your overtime, it was considered a call-out. You got, like, 3 points for it. So, that's neither here or there, but I ended up passing my test on the second try. The first try did not. One thing I have to say that I would wish I would have known is that the test is for everything. There's math, measurements, and being in a call center and never having any pharmacy technician, just working those 6 months and never having any pharmacy background, that was hard for me. I was literally like, what the F is this? I've never seen an equation. I've never had to measure anything. It was kind of like a call. Your order is ready. I'm about to put your order in. Are you ready to order? It was just that. I never had to really calculate anything. I mean, I knew my SIGs, like BID, you know, QWK. I know my SIGs, but I don't know measurements. I don't. That's one thing about if you went to school for it, you know all those things and how they did it by weeks and so forth. Your girl was stuck. So the second time go around, I ended up passing because when I seen the first test and I seen what was on it, I went ahead and I studied. I studied things that did not technically pertain to my job at the time, but I knew were on the test. So mathematics, we usually go by a 7-day rule. So when you get a medication, people go, okay, a 30-day, 60 for 30. Yes, that's two tablets a day, but they usually go by 7. So 7 weeks, so like 28 days would be technically a month, 4 weeks. That's usually how it goes, and that's usually in specialty pharmacies too, because Walgreens was not a specialty pharmacy. Walgreens was a regular schmegular. You can get your local medications, diabetes and so forth from them, so I never had to really do day supply and stuff like that. It wasn't that hard. So anyways, a little bit off track. I ended up passing my second time after studying, and I'll leave some of the links below that I use to study, just in case anybody's in the process of maybe taking their testing or getting to that point where they're going to take their test. I'll leave exactly what I use for my studying and so forth, and I'll leave them in a link below for you guys, just in case you guys want to see it. So after I got my registration, what comes is like a little blue paper, and it's like this big, and a small little wallet size one, and it just tells you your registration number and your information, your name and so forth, and where you got the registration from, like who gave you the registration. Basically, it said Walgreens was the person I got it through, yada yada yada. So after that, they give it to you, but you're supposed to take the big part back to your job for them to have it, because if they ever get audited or somebody was to come and walk the floor, you have to have your registration on the wall. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You have to give it to them, and then once your job is done, or you quit, or you fire, whatever it is, they'll send you that registration to you, because it's technically yours, even though you got it through them and they paid for it. I never got to that point, baby. I did my 6 months, passed my test, then after that, after my 9 months, I kind of quit. I was not down with the job there, the company itself, just who ran that facility that I used to work at. Baby, no, it was not it. Their turnaround time was 6 months, because people were literally getting their license and leaving. I think now you have to stay longer. I think my friend told me it's a year that you have to stay now before they'll even let you take your testing. Or no, it's a 6 months to get your registration, but you have to stay a year there after your registration. Like, you can't just leave, or they're gonna make you pay for it yourself out of pocket. They didn't make me do that. I kind of just got my registration, then I left. A few months later, but still 6, 7, 8, 9, like 3 months after that, I left. So after that, I did end up going to a few other jobs. A lot of jobs now, people don't tell you, registration jobs are temp agency jobs. You get your job through a temp agency, and then it's like perm to hire. So 6 months, usually the length of the temp agency, and then you move on to being a permanent. A lot of jobs down here, registration, like pharmacy technician jobs, are through temp agency. I rarely get hired on directly through a company. It's usually always a temp agency, attempt to hire. So I worked at a few jobs. I think that the vast things that I've done, I've been a mail service tech, which I started off with Walgreens, and then another company that I was with, I was a prior authorization tech. Basically, I was the person that if you went to your doctor and let's say you had to get Sublocade, which is technically something that you can't get over the counter, it's a narcotic type thing, and what happened is you have to get a prior authorization for that. So the insurance would say rejected, your doctor will call in, or your nurse will call in and say, hey, let's want to do a prior authorization for James Jones. And then that was my job. Type it up, put all the demographics, all the medications used, history and so forth, and then I'll send that back off to the insurance, and then they'll call us back and say, hey, was it approved or denied, and the reason why it was denied, we will tell them, so forth. That was my job then. So I've been a mail service prior authorization tech, and also I am a data entry. So basically I get medications sent in, and then I type them up. So I've had like a vast amount of jobs, honestly, doing different things. Buy and bill, I've done a lot. Like, all these jobs, they're different, but they're the same. It's either one end of the spectrum. You're either at the beginning or you're at the end. That's really how it is. I do love being a pharmacy technician. I really feel like it was like the best decision that I ever made, becoming a pharmacy technician. Jobs are endless. They're always hiring. Right now in the state of Florida, all my first job with Walgreens started at $11.74, and then my other job was $13, and then I went up to $15, and then $16, and then $17.30. So go up. But I will say that right now I am working on becoming certified. So I'm trying to get my PTCB. Basically what that is just your national certification for you to work in any state. I think it's either all the states, if I'm not mistaken, you can work in. But because I'm planning on moving to Texas, and in Texas you have to be certified. You cannot be registered. Like how Florida gives you an option to either be registered or certified, in Texas is only certification. There's no registration. Like you have to be certified to work in the state of Texas. So that's what I'm working on now. Right now I will leave a link below on what I'm going through to go ahead and get that done, but I registered myself at, because you have to have like 500 hours working or going through one of their designated programs. I've been a tech since 2016. Obviously, I have more than 500 hours to become a certified tech. I mean, I don't have to do any more hours. So, full-time employee, come on. So, I'm doing that now. It's about $119. It's usually like $130 or something like that. But with this COVID-19 thing going on, they are giving you a break and a discount. And also, they're allowing you to take the testing at home in your house. But you have to be in a closed area. You can't be like out about because people can give you answers. They're still very, very strict on how they're doing it. So don't think you can cheat the system, because you can't. Watch some videos, and I'll link down also some of the videos that I watched to prepare for this, and also the apps that I'm using to actually study for my PTCB, and also people that I've seen or people that I take information from that tell you exactly how to or what not. Because people be like, oh, I studied for 7 days and passed it. I just be like, how? Please give me the recipe, because I'm still studying damn near a month later and I still be confused, and I've been a tech since 2016. Every day there's things changing, and now the testing used to be like, if I'm not mistaken, my homegirl told me the testing was like 200 questions. Now it's 80 questions with 10 fugazi questions. That's what I call them, fugazi questions, because they either count if you're right or they don't give a shit if they're wrong. Like 10 fugazi questions. So with that being said, that's my journey right now that I'm on. Let me see if there's anything that I missed. I don't think I touched on CEs. So when you're a tech and you have to renew, this is the part that stumped me when I was first a tech and I did my first renewal in 2018, is you have to do CEs. So basically CEs are like modules, like hepatitis C, like they have a COVID-19 one, AIDS, and you click on the module and it'll tell you like a day, like, okay, November the 4th, 2020 at 8 o'clock. You have to sign up for that one. If the class is still open, sign up for that. You have to be on the module. Like at that time, that day, be on it. Because, baby, if you miss that, you don't get the credit for it. And then they'll ask you questions throughout the module. They'll, the training, like it's like a teacher, I guess, and they're reading out the module. They're reading stuff out. They're asking you have any questions. And then you either ask a question or whatever it is. It's going to be times where questions are going to pop up on your screen. You have to answer. I don't remember if you have to get it right or wrong, or if it's just a participation type of thing, credit. I think it's a participation type of credit, because I did one and I didn't answer any of the questions on no fault of my own, and they ended up just giving me the credit. So I don't think you have to answer the questions right, but don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure. So you go in November the 4th, 2020 at 8 p.m. You log in, you say, hey, I'm here, whatever it is, whatever, you make sure your attendance, answer the questions or majority of the questions, and then at the end, they'll give you your credit. And basically, I think in the state of Florida, you have to have 24 credits, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I'll put the correction down below in the description box, so look out for that. But yeah, so then you have to do those. This year for techs is our renewal year, so in December 2020 we have to be renewed. Last year, 2018, Governor Scott, he pushed it to like March. I don't know if they're going to do for COVID or not, if they're going to push it back to like March again or not, but I'd rather just get everything done now and then I can think about it later. So you have to pay yourself though, because I'm not doing mine through a company, I'm just doing mine myself. So my renewal was by myself also, but now I'm doing it by myself also again. It's like $50 for you to pay for your renewal, and then they ship it out to you and they mail it to your house. Just make sure the address that you have on it is your house address, because last time mine's got mailed somewhere else. I think it went back to my job, my old job. So yeah, so I'll leave the link below for your CEs, just in case anybody's curious or anybody has to do theirs. I get like emails every day regarding free CEs. So yeah, so that, my PTCB, how I became registered in the state of Florida, and there's no time limit. You can be registered in the state of Florida for however long you want to. Some jobs might require you after like a year, you have to be certified. Like my job, when I was a prior authorization tech, they required for me to become certified within a year after my hire date. but I didn't make it a year, so that wasn't needed. But most jobs down here, they don't require you to become certified, so you don't have to really stress it. But in other states, they do require it, and you have to be registered. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, not registered, certified, my bad, I'm sorry. You have to be certified, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So that's why I'm moving to Texas, and I know that's one of the things Texas requires, is for you to be certified at all times. So yeah, that was like a little... So guys, that's how I became a pharmacy technician. That was my little story time / get to know me regarding on what I do for a living. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video.